And we are live. Now I am recording. Better close all my poop as well. I'm gonna pause that sync. Kill anything I don't need. Don't need that. Are you the first person, Candy Thunder? Candy Thunder is first person in the stream? Holy shit. Welcome, everyone. QOD today. What is your favorite sports ball team? Kathy, Joe, thank you for sharing the live. Greatly appreciate that. Janine, good to see you here. Happy Wednesday to you. Welcome. Frankie J's mama is here as well. Cat Renner, lead them in as well. Tony Spark sharing the live. Janine got the text. Hey, look at that. Would you just look at that? Would you just look at it? You know, I haven't added that to the nav on the website yet. I need to do that soon, though. Myra, hello. Cherry, Green Batch Packers, actually, is what that says. Gemma, hey. Good to see you. L. Davis, hello. Frankie J's mama, thank you so much for sharing the stream. Greatly appreciate that. Zero Lottie, you've got another Green Bay Packers fan up in here. Debs, hello. Gemma, got your cake at the ready. Yes. Samantha, good to see you. Billy, hey, Isa, hola. Katie, 49ers, nice. Rebecca, Niners team as well. Look at that. Terabyte Seahawks, you guys are getting better. Autumn New Somestis, I'm one of the favorite creators of yours. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Nikki, a text. What? Did you get one as well? Hey, Wagner, hello. Good to see you there. Gemma, you didn't get the text. Oh, did you signed up for the text alerts, though? And didn't get one? Well, poop. Laura in Ireland, good to see you. Miss is Alice. Hello. Siani Hens, gang from England there. Good to see you. Bonjour. Diabolique. Tedden, hello. Nerdy I went, hello. Good to see you. Yes, ma'am, Rosemary Ann. Thank you for sharing the stream. Greatly appreciate that. Words are already hard today. That's a good start. Shannon, Subeka, thank you so much for the share. Nick, 49ers, nice. Megan Renee, St. Louis Cardinals, born and raised right here. Chelsea Hill, didn't get the text, but you got the TikTok notification. Well, clearly our text notification service is still working out some kinks. So, crap, some people got it, some people didn't. Great. We'll dive into it tomorrow. We'll try to see what the deal is. Shannon, Ohio State Buckeyes. Nikki is in the school pickup line. Man, Piotr, Captain Astronaut. Danny, your favorite team is who? My favorite team is playing tomorrow. Oh snap! Are you going to be there? Who are we playing tomorrow, Tony? Detroit? I couldn't even remember. Detroit. Bobby Joe Cross. No, don't enjoy sports at all. Worked CS for a TV provider for not too long. Monica Snake from Poland. Good to see you. Adam, not a sports guy either. That's all right. Christian Museum Girl, Manchester United. Nice. Faith Seahawks. Got some Giants fans up in here. I'm way behind on chat. There we go. Piotr, Polish volleyball team. Crash Car Ronnie, good to see you here. Hey, Polluted Honey Badger, glad to see you finally catch a live. That's awesome. Half the content that you see now comes from these, so very cool. Very cool. Double G depends on the sport. St. Louis Cards, Blues, and City. Nice. Don't have one. Leicester Tigers, Broncos, R-Storm. Hopefully you're on an upswing here. I mean, not too big of an upswing. We're still in the division, right? Metal Mike, Green Bay Packers, Notre Dame, Melbourne Storm, Rugby League. There's a team named Storm. I'm down. Nursey Deer with them super emojis throwing around here. Kelly Cat, Cincinnati Bengals. Got them Bengals. Nursey Deer, go Chiefs. Sandy, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Marina, hello there in Dallas. You got a Dallas fan right below you there. Kay Schaefer. Dolphins, Pulfer. Yeah, so we today's question is this, because our home opener for NFL or for the Chiefs is tomorrow, and the season starts tomorrow, so we're super excited for that. Super excited. Leicester? Cat. Okay. So it looks like Leicester to me, but it's Leicester. Got it. Sassy Christie Chiefs. Delaney. Month 2 with the Storm. Glad to have you there. Piotr, thank you so much for the heart me. Greatly appreciate that. Nashe, Boo Boo, Elena, Krista Museum Girl, Candy Thunder with the lightning bolts. Krista Museum Girl again. JP, Piotr, Tony Spark, Charlie Diego, Sierra Howard, April, Monica Snake, Boo Boo again, Nashe, Denise Bustard, Dylan Sprague, Miles Griff. Can I take the heat account? Tony Spark again. Good to see you all there. Thank you so much for the gifts. Greatly appreciate that. I did see up here. Frankie J's mama. There you are. Samantha Rothwell. Rebecca. Thank you guys. Greatly appreciate that. All right, let's get this show started, shall we? Let us get rocking and rolling here. Okay. Guys, coming up today. I can't say today. I forgot we're using these for shorts. Coming up, we have stories about airplane etiquette, cheating spouses, mother-in-law drama, dress dilemmas, spicy reward stories, and we have all the cake. Stay tuned because we have stories galore coming up. And the NFL season kicks off tomorrow for us. So, of course, we wanted to know what your favorite sports ball team is. That was the QOD today, and you'll see it a few more times as we go to Confetti area times here. Of course, this is Chiefs country here. Of course it is. Is there anybody in this office who's not a Chiefs fan? Maybe Jesse? She doesn't care. She'll wear the colors for photos, and that's really all that matters. Hey, the first goal of today is 2.5K lightning bolts to get Caden Thunder up here. Our light goal is 500K. Our sub goal is 515. We've adjusted all of those, and we're tracking them. Our like bar is working. We're already rocking and rolling there. If you're already a sub, just make sure to renew to keep the perks like the VIP Facebook group. Thunder and Spark episode 3, we have confirmed, is coming out this Sunday. You'll see a couple of TikTok stories for it as well. There are some hilarious conversations and stories and topics that we go over in that, so we're excited for all of you to hear it. Of course, the podcast with Caden Thunder is already out, and we hope that you have had a chance to watch that by now. Thunder and Spark is coming at you soon. Speaking of podcasts, we recently passed 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. So thank you guys so much for helping us get there. If you are not a sub on YouTube yet, use Linktree to go check us out there and make sure you subscribe there. A lot of these stories that you see on YouTube are ones that never make it over to TikTok. So I'd say probably 25% of these stories actually make it to posting on TikTok. The rest of them you can only see by watching on YouTube. So there is that. Once again, we have this back this week. Wheel of Thunder is back, where the top 10 gifters and 2 new members of the Storm, 2 existing members of the Storm will go on the Wheel of Thunder. We'll spin for the sticker pack prize, but also we are going to do a signed Ascon scale poster again this week. So lots of incentive there. Nerdy AON with us for month 2. Heck yes, glad to have you in the Storm still. Remember, don't feel obligated to gift. We appreciate everything you guys do for us, and never want you to cause yourself any pain by doing that. So don't stretch yourself. Don't put yourself in a position that will cause you pain to do that. Engaging by sharing or commenting or anything like that does immensely help us. And we saw numbers in the past couple of weeks where shares made a huge difference for us. So sharing is actually one of the most beneficial things that you can do for us. So thank you very, very much for that. Greatly appreciate it. Res Q is up in the house here. Good to see you there. And I love all the YouTube playlists. You just listen to them all day when you're all caught up on the podcast. Heck yeah. Thank you guys for all the shares. Greatly appreciate that. Nikki, Krista, Crash Cart Ronnie would like to see another Thunder and Beans. Heck yeah. Ellen, Youngin, Fuller, Teresa Dunn, Maria, thank you guys so much for the shares. Greatly appreciate that. JP, Tina, Lisi, Lex, Danny, Nasha, you guys as well. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Golden now, good to see you here, man. Chris, good to see you up in there. Goober, not from the U.S., always supported Detroit teams, but other than that, I'll support the Chiefs with you. Heck yes. We'll take you, man. We'll take all the new Chiefs fans, all the good vibes we can take. We'll take it. What is my favorite or memorable story? That's tough because there's so many of them. Lady of Oz subscribed for the first time and became a member of the storm. Welcome to the fam. Alligator Ramon, thank you guys so much for the gifts there. Kat JP, Carissa Wyke, Carol, Random Seed, Jackie, Can I Take the Heat Account, Mungal, Rescue Ninja, Kat and Mel. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. We're already past the halfway point to get Candy Thunder up here for our first gift goal reward. And we're going to go ahead and start the party off today because the VIPs last week hit the gift goal again and unlocked the cake story. So we're opening with the cake story that they unlocked here. We're going to rock and roll with it. If y'all are ready, we're going to do it. Okay. Title of this story is, Am I the Astronaut for Not Picking a New Wedding Cake and Blocking My Bridesmaid? I, 25 female, and fiance, 28 male, are finally engaged after 4 years of dating. We moved to Texas for an amazing job opportunity in my field. My fiance also found a great job in his industry. I recently visited my hometown to see my family and friends. During my visit, I had lunch with my childhood friend and bridesmaid, Jeannie, her sister, and our mutual friend. As soon as we sat down, they started asking about the wedding and how the planning was going. I told them about the venue, which will be taking place in Texas instead of our town. I showed them the photographer's work that I hired, who I met in college and is one of my closest friends. I showed them the flowers I'm thinking of and the catering. The last thing I showed them was my dream wedding cake. It's a 5-tier wedding cake with special details that's designed for my fiance and I. As I was discussing the details, Jeannie started to turn pale and interrupted me to discuss another topic. Her sister asked her what's wrong, and she rolled her eyes and asked if I was purposely making her wedding look bad. Well, it's always a competition. Always. I was shocked because her wedding was gorgeous. It was a winter-themed wedding, which I personally love, and everything was beautiful. I told her wedding was amazing, and what was she talking about? She said her cake wasn't nearly as perfect and that I shouldn't pay so much for a wedding cake anyways because the guests most likely won't eat it. Because it's too good looking? I've never seen a cake that was so good looking I couldn't eat it. No. I was confused and lost for words. Backstory, I never said how much the wedding cake cost. I haven't mentioned the price of the wedding in any form. I went to culinary school and have a master's in business and hospitality. I have also worked in the industry since I was 14. Therefore, I know wedding planners, event planners, sommeliers. Is that how you say it? Sommeliers? Sommeliers? I don't know this word. It's a new word for me. Pastry chefs, venue owners, etc. My best friend from culinary school became a pastry chef. Words are hard. My best friend from culinary school became a pastry chef working for a very known chef in New York and is the one making my wedding cake. The only reason why she's not in the wedding is because she has a conflicting schedule. She's charging me a very discounted price and is happy to be a part of the wedding, although she can't be there. I didn't ask her to do this. Jeannie demanded I get a new wedding cake that's not so extravagant and do something simple like hers. She didn't want my wedding to be too glamorous and upstage hers. I told her no because this is my dream wedding cake and my friend is doing it. She was huffy and puffy while her friends were uncomfortable. I wouldn't be able to afford the wedding cake or a lot of the wedding stuff if I didn't have a great wedding planner and so many connections in the industry. I was now upset that she tried to tell me what to do and how I should do it for my wedding. She was also being nasty about the vendors I chose. I'm not one to let people talk to me like they have lost their mind, so I told her I will not be changing anything about my wedding, and if she has an issue about anything else, not only will she not be a bridesmaid, but she will no longer be allowed to attend. I paid my bill and walked out of the restaurant. Them's some boundaries right there. Holy cow. She's like, nope, do not pass go, do not collect $200. Do not say another word, or you will not be going to this wedding. Girly. I'm getting texts from her sister and her husband saying I need to apologize and I was an asshole for storming out of the restaurant and making her cry. Our mutual friend is on my side and it seems like everyone else is as well. She's been blowing up my phone and saying she wished she never made me a bridesmaid and that I'm glad I moved. I simply said, well, you're no longer a bridesmaid, so even though I'll always be in your wedding pictures, you'll never be in mine. I blocked her after that, and her sister is still calling me an asshole and posting about it on Facebook. So, am I the asshole? Original question here is, Am I the astronaut for not picking a new wedding cake and blocking my bridesmaid? Hell no. You know what? This was one of the quickest boundary creation reinforcement actions I have ever seen, especially when it comes to a wedding story. But holy cow, OP's got it on lockdown here. She's like, you know what? It's my wedding. You don't get to tell me what to do, number one. Number two, this isn't a competition. This is my dream wedding. You had your dream wedding. What, you don't want me to upstage yours? Why does everything have to be a competition? It's not. It's just, oh, we met it. The people want the Caden Thunder. The people can't be stopped. They can't be stopped. Let me set a new gift goal here real quick after I give some thanks, and then we'll jump back and talk about the story for a minute. Actually, Caden Thunder, I'd love to get you up here and get some feedback from you about this story. Okay, because this is the kind of crap where I feel like we need some female insight here. So let me give some thanks here real quick. Sally Barter Jen here. Can I take the heat account? Josh Inagami, Carissa Wyke, Kate Chibi, Tamara, Alina Cameron, Mungao, Caden Thunder, Adriana Castle, Nashe, Piotr. We've got Grace Jesus, K Crush, Char Clark, Cup of Tea Daily, not that Ellen. Good to see you here, Ellen. Rescue Ninja, Tony Spark, T Hef, Miles Griff, Metalwood River, Dylan Sprague, DB Cinder, Fly Girl, Royally Nerdy, Lacey Lex, Boo Boo, Monica Snake, Kristen Museum Girl, Diana 5520, Ashel JK, and Shan Special Needs. Thank you guys so much for helping us meet that goal. I'll set up the new one right quick here. We've got, let's see if I can find them. Oh, and we've got 400 of these. What does this unlock? We're going to unlock a cake story with the next one. Okay, so we have 400 donuts to unlock a cake story. That is our next goal here. We'll get Caden Thunder up here in just a moment. She just disappeared. So, ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Caden Thunder!
Oh my god, it's Caden Thunder!
Just step right on the mat. That'll put you in frame.
So, when you introduce us like that, it's like very intimidating to walk onto the camera.
You need to come out like it's your WWE entrance. You know what I mean?
No, I don't know how to enter
A whole lot of swagger. Okay, so.
That's my swagger.
Sommelier? Okay, I saw. Huh? It's sommelier. Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay, got it. Okay, so the wedding story to me.
Dusty or Tony?
Dusty or Tony?
I'm Candace.
This is Candy.
Oh, Candy.
Yeah. This story, why does everything with girls who are friends have to be a competition? And is it everything, or is it just weddings? Is it just milestone things?
It's just, she's jealous. She's jealous because she feels like her wedding is going to outshine the wedding. She already had her wedding?
Yeah.
Okay. So I loved what she said about always being in her pictures, but that woman was.
I almost hit the petty confetti button when she said that.
She deserved it. Like, she was, green-eyed monster was showing, and I don't know. I don't understand. Your wedding isn't, yeah, it's about all of the stuff, like all the decorations and all the cake and all of that stuff, but the wedding is about, like marrying the person that you've chosen to spend your life with, and she made it about all the things instead.
All the things.
Yes, instead of about the actual point of the wedding.
Right.
Yes, post-wedding depression brings out jealousy. Yeah, she's never going to be a bride again. It's like Monica
that's a good point,
in Friends after she gets married, and she's like, now I'm just someone's wife.
Yeah. Just someone's wife.
Yes. Oh. Nope. You hit the nail on the head.
It's a pity. Yeah. I just don't get it. Because, guy friends, I can never imagine sitting around and being like, dude, don't you think that wedding is going to upstage mine? Like, what the hell are you thinking? I can't imagine having that view. And I saw a lot of comments on here about, it's obviously not all women are like that. And people who are true friends wouldn't be like that. Mm-hmm. And I get that, but man, it just seems like weddings bring out the ugliest side of people.
Yes, I would agree.
Weddings and money.
I think if someone shows you who they truly are, you should believe them. And this girl just showed who she truly is, and she's got jealousy deep down. And she already blocked her, so I don't know that there's any coming back from this. But I'm sure there's other things in their relationship where she was jealous of it. And it all just kind of came to a head when she saw that 5-tiered wedding cake. And she was like, now I'm done.
Excuse me, that's one more tier than mine.
Yeah.
That is not okay. I don't know. I think about this and I'm like, does she realize that she's placing more value on her having the better wedding than the friendship that she has?
No, I don't think in the moment that she can even see past her own jealousy. She just sees something that somebody else has, and it might be better than what she had, so she's automatically pissed off. Like, automatically, that's all she sees is what someone else has and she doesn't have. So
this was actually a line
her friend that Dudley Dursley, yes.
A line awesome. That I used recently when talking with a friend. I said that some people rise by lifting others up, and some people want to feel like they're rising by pushing everyone else down to make it seem like they're rising. And this friend seems like that. She's got to push other people down to make it feel like she's risen, like she's above them, not by actually rising and not by lifting others up, just by shoving them down so she can feel better than. And that's garbage.
Right. I can't imagine like going to this lunch and she was probably very excited about everything that she had to show her childhood friends and her sister, and then having this be like what she's hit with at that, instead of like, hey, can you like be supportive and love what we're doing even though it's different from what you did.
Right.
There's never anything wrong with more cake. The more tears, the better.
It was the childhood friend Jeannie. She's the problem
Jeannie's
child,
sister,
right? And Jeannie's sister. That's who she went to. That's who she went to lunch with. But Jeannie was the problem person, right?
Yes, and her sister took her side. Like her sister was like, "You're the asshole. I'm blasting you on Facebook."
Here's the deal, though. It's Jeannie's husband and her sister. The two people sticking up for her are the ones who are having to deal with her during this drama. And I say this a lot, but I'm like, the people who have proximity, who are going to feel the brunt of this person being upset, are more likely to advocate for her than anybody else because they want their own pain to end, right?
Right.
It's not necessarily because they think it's the right thing to do. It's because they're getting shit on during this and they're like, please make it stop. So it's grain of salt with all that.
Karen said she will be divorced before you know it because she cares about the idea of marriage more than actual marriage. It could be very true.
Or she'll be divorced just so she can have another wedding that outdoes her friend.
No.
That's terrible.
That's terrible, but people probably actually think that.
Probably.
Ugh.
I know.
It gives me the willies.
It's crazy.
That's the saying, right?
And gives you the willies, yes. Caden Thunder has been on a streak lately of taking half of one saying and half of another and smashing them together to make something brand new. You had something today, right? Can't remember. Anyway, so our wedding was
saving it
super grassroots. Oh,
yeah, our wedding was in my parents' yard.
Yeah, we were on
tent.
Her parents' property with a clear tent and strung up lights and made like barbecue and stuff, and it was.
I was glorious. I loved it.
You just said I was glorious. I loved it.
I said it was glorious, not I.
You were glorious. You were absolutely glorious.
It was glorious.
It was glorious.
I loved it.
Yeah, it was great, and never once through all of that I think that either of us were ever comparing it to anything else.
No, and we didn't. Like, it was our second wedding for both of us, and I felt like it was just like, we just want to do the thing and be
We wanted to celebrate
married.
with the small crowd of people who were close to us, and that's all that mattered. So
if I had to do it again, though, I would probably elope. I would probably go somewhere and just get married. Jesse in the office did that, and that's, 100%.
Yeah, and it looked awesome.
All right, next story.
Okay, we'll jump to the next story here. Caden Thunder, thank you so much for being here.
Okay.
We don't do high fives. We do kisses. Love you. Okay. So we are almost halfway there on our donut goal here to unlock a cake story. This is just, I don't know. I just don't understand it. I mean, weddings legit bring out the worst in people. So, Cooper, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate that. Katie Bug says, great job, Dusty. She's beautiful. Thank you very much. I'm very, very aware that I married up. Don't tell her. She doesn't know. for some reason. Frankie J's Mama Wooly, B. Cooper, Olivia Marie, Sammy Baby with us for month 5 in the storm. Heck yeah. Cup of Tea Daily, Twinkle Says, Chuck 84, Carissa Wyke, Ciety, Chuck 84, Denise, Christian Museum Girl, Goober, Tony Spark, Martha, Karasi, thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. K Crush with the lightning bolts, appreciate that as well. We'll dive into our next story here. The next story is this. Am I the astronaut for not switching seats on a 9-hour flight? I-26 female had a flight from Rome, Italy to New Jersey yesterday. It was 9 hours long and I have work today. So I had picked a window seat so I could easily sleep the whole time to prep for work. After I sat down, buckled in, and got ready to sleep, a man about 45 tapped me on the shoulder and said, You wouldn't want to switch seats with my girlfriend, would you? The seat was in the middle of the middle aisle, and I knew it would be impossible to sleep there. I politely said, no, I'd like the seat that I had chosen. If it had been a child, I probably would have switched, but these two were middle-aged people. They definitely could have bought seats next to each other if they really wanted to, but instead got random ones and hoped people would switch. Anywho, I stay in my seat. The girlfriend, also 45-ish, proceeds to stand up hourly and glare at me. I feel like I've read this before. I'm fairly certain I have read this before. Hold on. Yeah, I have read this before. Sorry guys, sorry about that. This is one that this is one that I have already read. So I'll back out of this one here, and we'll bounce to the next one. So we'll start the next one. This one is a follower submitted story. So, follower submitted stories that are chosen for today were actually notified via email a couple of hours ago. If you got one of those notifications and you are in chat and it's your story and you want to claim that story, just go ahead and say what we told you to say in that email. And that's how we'll know it's you. Title of this story is, Will I Be the Astronaut If I Told My Husband's Friend's Husband that she screwed around on him? My husband's friend's husband. Got it. Will I be the astronaut if I told my husband's friend's husband that she screwed around on him? My husband had a fantasy football draft party at our house, and things got a little out of hand after the draft. OP is in chat. Heck yes. Welcome to the chat, Lily. I actually saw it this time. It's one of the first times we actually see when OP is claiming story. Lily, thank you for claiming that. Yeah, let's rock and roll here. Rock and roll here. Words are hard. Drinking some water. My husband had a fantasy football draft party at our house, and things got a little out of hand after the draft. Everyone had been drinking a lot, and several people stuck around to get in the hot tub after the party. I had already gone to bed, but kept getting woken up by all the drunk partying occurring outside my bedroom door, which is where our hot tub is. I finally went out to tell people it was time to go home and saw 2 fully naked people, both of which are married to other people, going at it in the hot tub, next to my fully clothed in a swimsuit husband and another person who also had their swimsuit on. Timeout. What? So you walk in on this scene where these 2 married people that aren't married to each other are going at it in a hot tub, sitting next to 2 people who are just like. Needless to say, my husband and I have had a long talk about boundaries and whether or not we allow naked people in our hot tub, especially if the other one isn't there and especially if the person is of the opposite sex. Basically, as he tells the story, he was chilling in the hot tub and several people started getting naked and he froze. He froze. People started getting naked in his hot tub and he's just like, I don't know what to do, so I'm just going to sit here and watch. He didn't say anything and he didn't get out. Then 2 of the people started going at it and he felt like he couldn't move. And then I walked in. Like I said, my husband is already in trouble with me for his lack of boundaries and disrespecting our marriage, and this question isn't about him. Even with all this nakedness around, I've never doubted his loyalty to me. Well, that's good. I've seen him freeze in awkward situations before, and I believe that's what happened, even though I think it shouldn't have happened. Anyway, he and I are still working through the trust that has been damaged because of this, but my question isn't about him. It's about the naked married woman with multiple kids screwing the naked married man who just had a baby with his wife. Oh, damn it. Since this was a fantasy football league, I should be throwing yellow flags, but I only have red, so we're going with red. I know the woman in this situation decently well, but I've never actually met her husband. I have only met the guy in this situation and his wife only once, so I'm inclined to not say anything to his wife, although I've certainly thought about it. So, would I be an asshole if I told this woman's husband that I saw her screwing another married man in my hot tub, or is it not my place to do so since I don't know him and I should just stay out of it? I'm aware that I'm generally very angry this situation even happened, so I'm not sure how pure my motives are. It goes without saying that my husband understands he can no longer be friends with her, but would I be the asshole if I told her husband, likely screwing up her life and her kids' lives forever? Okay, first of all, right now you feel like you speaking this truth would be screwing up her life and her kids' lives forever. Get rid of that mentality right now, because it is not you speaking this reality that would ruin those things. It was her actions that ruined these things. She made that choice whenever she chose to get naked in the hot tub and screw a married guy at your house. And here's why I think you are perfectly within your rights to alert both married partners here that weren't, you know what I'm saying. I think you're perfectly within your rights because this happened at your house. They took advantage of your hospitality, got naked in front of your effing husband who was sitting in the hot tub, and screwed right in front of him. Apparently, they were not concerned about keeping this a secret, so the gloves are off, and so are the clothes, apparently. I don't think there is anything prohibiting you from alerting their spouses, and I don't think there is anything that you should feel bad about here at all. I think it is absolute garbage that they did this. They did it in front of people, so there's no secrecy here. It's not like they went and met up at a hotel room. They did this in your hot tub when people were in it at your home. No, tell them both. Tell them both. Here's what's going to happen if you don't. If you don't, I feel like there could be a potential breach of trust if you don't alert them that this happened, because this happened at your house. You know about it. Your husband was sitting there. He's a freaking witness. And then the people who were wronged here, the spouses that were cheated on, will not trust their spouses to go to your house anymore, which, I mean, they shouldn't trust them to go anywhere now, but your trustworthiness becomes questionable here as well if you don't speak up. That's my thoughts on it. What do you guys think? Cooper, they at least kept it classy. Yeah. Alina, if they were that open about this, I bet it's already out there in the public sphere. Could be. Yeah, absolutely could be. I mean, they weren't trying to hide it at all. They weren't trying to hide anything. It's not Kelly. Not telling would make you an issue as well. I would agree. I think that's the issue here is that your integrity becomes questionable if you don't speak up about this. You're complicit. You're an accomplice. Especially because your husband was sitting there, and I get he froze up in an awkward situation, but this is one of those times where you're like, hey, whoa, you guys are about to make a terrible mistake. Also, please don't do this in my hot tub. Also, please put your clothes back on. This is my home. This is my hot tub. I'd like to use it again and not think of you guys going at it every time I get in my freaking hot tub. The fact that they did this at your house in front of your husband was completely disrespectful to you. Like they disregarded everyone else in the universe except for the naked body in front of them. Theosaurus Rex, they could turn it on you, OP, saying you let it happen if you don't tell, but the spouses find out. Yeah, absolutely. Why only tell one spouse? I think it's because of the existing relationship that OP has with the spouse. So Lily, you're in here. You were extremely disrespected here. Lily says, yeah, they're pretty disgusting. Agree on the disrespectful point. Hot tub has been sanitized. Thank God. There's a mental scar that can't be sanitized, though. You know what I mean? Like every time you look at it for a while, you're going to think of this shit. And it's garbage. I would tell them both, though. I would let them both know. And they must have just been completely sheet-faced in order to do this in the first place, or maybe not. Maybe they were just looking for an excuse. Amanda says, OP, did you break it up or did you let them ellipses finish? They were plastered. Yeah. Can't sanitize the brain. Tell him, Shadowcasted, yeah. Jasmine with us for month 2 in the storm. Heck yes. Glad to still have you with us. Maybe it wasn't the first time Lacey Lex. That's entirely possible. Charge them for the cleaning. That's a damn good idea, Shannon. Send them a bill. Told them to get the hell off your property. Nice. Yeah. Send the spouses the bill. And then that's how they find out. That's garbage. They disrespected everyone around them. Most of all their spouses. Number 2 on that list is you guys. It was your home. They did it right in front of your husband. Like there were several layers of disrespect here. And definitely shouldn't be friends with those people anymore. Ever. Can't to be trusted. We are at 290 of 400 on our gift goal to unlock the cake story right now. Don't forget about that. We are donut focused. Lonely, Crafty Vixen, Boo. Thank you guys so much for the gifts there. Sayeti, Bestie Meist, Kit Blue, Polygirl, Carissa, Miles. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate that. Lonely, you as well. Caden Thunder with the 10 donuts. Tater, what are you doing? Tater. Hey, David. It's good to see you. But Jessica, that would make me worry that the hubby was in on it too. Was he going to be a third? No. And like Lily said in the story there, he's got an arraignment already, and she has no doubts about his loyalty or integrity, and she's seen him freeze up in awkward situations before. And hell, if that started happening in front of you and you didn't know exactly what to do, a lot of people do just freeze up, But Lily, in your position, walking out and seeing these two people going at it, and then your husband, still clothed or with his bathing suit on, sitting there just terrified to move, would be one of the funniest damn things. Like, yes, angering, disrespecting, all the levels of the badness, but also like one of the most comically awkward things that you could ever see. Oh, Gemma, like bar is having a moment because it keeps going down and back up again. Are people unliking the stream? I didn't even know you could do that kind of thing.
No, the graphic is messed up.
Oh, the graphic is messed up? Oh, I see it. Whoa, it just went all the way down to 2%. What is going on? It's connected. I don't know what it's doing. It's like it's refreshing and then it goes back up to the proper point. Wow. Yeah, it's having a moment. Alice Secret subscribed for the first time to become a member of the Storm. Welcome to the fam. Glad to have you here. Tell them to kick Ricks. Rocks. Gotcha, Mama Bird. Kaylee Dyer says, did she say there were 2 other people in the hot tub, hubby and one other person? Yes, there was one other person in there. And another person who also had their swimsuit on. Yeah. So two swimsuited people and two neckers people. Dip-a-doo. Nursey dear, yeah. Yeah, you remember that. You remember those days when we had less than 100. We've come a long way. Come a long way. Over 1,000 in the chat right now. 360 of 400, about to hit that goal. I'm going to go ahead and get to the next follower submitted story. Again, followers were alerted a little bit before the stream today. So if you got an email, and this is your story, you know how to claim it in the chat. This one is titled, Am I the Astronaut If I Don't Want to Take a Day Off to Make a Party for Our Families? I, 32 female, my husband, 33 male, and our sons, 9 and 6 years old, have recently moved to a new apartment. It took 2 weeks. I took 2 weeks off at my work, so we had enough time to unpack and settle all things out at the new place. I'm supposed to get back to work on Monday. We have a big project on the way, and there's a lot of work waiting for me. Today, my husband told me that we need to invite our families for the housewarming party. He came up with 8 guests plus 2 of us, so there's going to be 10 people in total. Since my husband works Thursday to Sunday evenings and all of the guests have jobs, it has to be evening Monday to Wednesday. My husband said I needed to take a day off on Tuesday in order to get all the dishes ready for 7 p.m. I said I can't ask for a day off the next day I got back to work. Not only will I leave my coworkers with a work float, it might also create a negative impression about me as an employee and affect my future career at my workplace. I suggested making preparations on Monday evening, prepare snacks in advance and cut salads without adding the sauce, marinate the meat and prepare all the ingredients for the hot dish. I think the products will make it overnight in the fridge. The only thing remaining for my husband to do is put the hot dish in the oven at the right time on Tuesday. Then I come back from work at 6 p.m. We add the sauce and set the table. He didn't like the idea and said, "So you want me to cook?" I replied, "If you don't want to do that, then you can order. If you don't want to do that, then you can order from a restaurant, but I'm not going to screw myself at work." He said he isn't a good cook and doesn't want to ruin everything, but we need to greet our guests with homemade food. So he decided to ask his grandmother for help. I need to prepare everything, and she's going to come and cook the hot meal. No one told me a thing about it, but I get the vibes from his side of the family like they are not happy that they need to help out with the preparations. So am I wrong here, and what should I have done with my husband? So am I wrong here and should have done with what my husband wanted from me? And should I have done what my husband wanted from me? There we go. Sorry, words are hard. So am I wrong here and should I have done what my husband wanted from me? Am I the astronaut? No, hell no. Hell no. I'm going to go ahead and say hell no here. I'm going to give thanks for our gift goal being achieved right here. And then we're going to go back and talk about this story a bit. Carissa White, TLS Journey, Sayeti, Wooly, Karen Louise, Olivia and Sons, Sally Barter, Pam K, Candy Thunder, 88FC, 3ST2, Diana 5520, PKY, Dawn Banks, T Hef, Rhiannon Sings, Tony Spark, Bo Blaze, Jill's Realm, Ripkins, Jennifer Lynn, Not That Ellen, Mrs. Alice, Audra Holster, Piotr, Wine Not Wine, Kate Chibi, Karina B. Martins, Miles Griff, Dylan Sprague, Fly Girl, Grace Drojesus, Lacey Lex, Herdoc, sorry, words are hard. I'm confused. Ashley Page, Classic Anime Queen, Twinkle Saz. We've got Blue, CME, Crystal Museum Girl, Cup of Tea Daily, DB Cinder, Boo 77, Emerald City. It's Not Kelly, Missy Dravis. We've got User LG. User LG. Oh, stop there. There's lots of other letters. Unknown JT. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us hit that goal. I'm going to set up the new one here right quick. Caden Thunder has returned to the building here as well. Welcome back, Caden Thunder. Also, we filmed a video, and Ann M. Bracker sent us a gift. We got an Amazon gift, and it had some notes inside, and it was fantastic. And I'll tell you about it here in just a second. Spicy Story and Confetti will be unlocked with 2K Fires. So we're on 2K Fires now. That's our goal, and it's going to unlock a Spicy Story and Confetti. Thank you guys again so much for helping us meet that goal. Let's jump back to our story here. So the initial question on this follower-submitted story was, am I the astronaut if I don't want to take a day off to make a party for our families? Hell no. And I think we hit NTA before, but I'm going to hit it again. This is completely understandable, OP. Is OP in the chat, by the way? Have we seen OP? I don't believe so. Okay. Tony Spark, have you seen OP in chat? Okay. Okay. Oh, it started freezing up, TRS. I'm not seeing anything on my end. If you have problems on your end, the first thing that I would try is backing out of TikTok and then jumping back in. Scarlet Sarcastic says, no, what the hell is wrong with the man-child you married? Yeah, no, this is completely understandable. And the fact that you're thinking long-term impact shows maturity on your end. You're thinking about impact to family. And yes, it would be bad with a typical employer if you had time off, you came back, and the day that you were back asked for another day off so that you could prep for a housewarming party. Yeah, that would not be great. It would not be great. And so he has to adult for a little bit, like follow specific instructions that you would give him. That's not cooking, by the way. That's just preparing things that you leave for him. That's not making anything from scratch. It's doing a very, very minor amount of work that he would be guided through with very thorough instructions on your part. You are doing everything that you can here. And if he can't do a little tiny bit, yeah, he gets this. He gets the brozo, and that's just, it is a very man-child-like response. And then having to call in reinforcements from grandma? Is that what it was? So he decided to ask his grandmother for help. Yeah, dude. Did we get ages here? Yeah, 33. Dude is 33. It's probably time to learn how to do some basic shit in the kitchen. You know what I mean? And this is not asking him like, hey, create a masterpiece. This is like, hey, follow these very simple instructions. And with all of these ingredients, everything is like, you're creating the equivalent of like an easy Mac process for him. It's like, add this to this, cook this long. That's it. See you, Davida. It's very, very simple. Your expectations were not overwhelming. Your logic is sound with not wanting to take another day off of work. You're thinking about the impact it would have on you long term, on your family. Like that would affect him as well. You're not going to risk that just to plan a freaking meal or a party whenever you could do it the night before. He would just have to pitch in a little tiny bit, and him not willing to is garbage. Where does this put him? So OP, not the asshole at all. Where do we put OP's hubby here for pitching such a fit about it? Eventually having to tag in grandma. Jordan J, 33. Yeah. Allison, DFHB is our decent effing human beings club. We've got a little bit of content created for it already. We're creating some more, and we have swag out for it already. His emotions aren't your problem, OP. Boo says. I mean, if you're married, I feel like your partner's emotions are your problem. They're made your problem. In that you suffer for them. Yes, it's a him problem that he needs to deal with, but this OP suffers for it. You know what I mean? Piotr flying him to 2, or Cooper flying him to 2. Yeah, 2 feels about right here, because he definitely shouldn't have done that. It's not hard. You made it as easy as possible for him, and he's still bucking against it because he doesn't want to take any responsibility at all. Well, guess what? You recently moved to a new apartment. He's 33. Life's going to get harder from here on out, and he's going to have to learn to do a lot more things for himself or pitch in a lot more. The teamwork approach that a successful marriage takes, in my experience and in my opinion, requires a lot of cross training, right? You're going to have to learn to do things that you aren't comfortable or that you weren't comfortable with previously, and you just have to suck it up and do it. Kay says, yeah, the party was his idea. You're right. It was his idea to create a lot of work for you, OP. But the minute that you're like, hey, I need you to pitch in to help facilitate the tiniest bit of this, he's like, whoa. You want me to cook? I don't want to ruin anything, so instead of trying, I'm just going to call my grandma. Which probably says a lot about how he was brought up too, and probably always had someone there to rescue him, always had someone there that he could tag in to do the things that he didn't want to do. So that probably has a lot to do with it. Heidi, welcome to the storm. I'm glad to have you as a part of the family here. Pickerel. Thank you so much, Theosaurus, Amanda, K Crush, Goober, Shannon, Ripkins, Jen here, Amanda McPhail, Pickerel again, Theosaurus Rex, Jen here, Miles Griff, Cat Renner, Leadham, Nana. Thank you guys so much for the gifts. Greatly appreciate the help there. Greatly appreciate it. Nikki Bernal says, AKA his grandma was probably the one always saving him. Bingo. He was always able to tag grandma in whenever it's something that he didn't want to do. Nursey dear, what the heck is going on? No video again? Dreamcraft Angels put his big pants on. Yeah, he needs to put his big boy pants on. He's going to learn. And I think, Ellen, thank you so much for the share. Greatly appreciate you sharing the stream. Hi, question mark, says, how do you submit a story? You can actually submit a story at dusty-thunder.com. There's a form that you can submit through there. Or there is a Dusty Thunder subreddit on Reddit that you can actually post a story to as well. Going that route allows the community to give you some immediate feedback. And if you submit it on the website, there's no guarantee that it will get chosen to be covered with the video. A small percentage do. So highly suggest going the subreddit route if you want immediate feedback. Fedora the Explorer, he sounds like a weak partner, probably has never expected to do anything growing up. He's gonna learn though. I mean, if you guys are going to grow in this relationship and he's going to survive, he's going to learn. He's just got to suck it up and actually do some things himself. Now, Opie, you might have to have that conversation with him and be like, look, you're not going to be able to tag grandma in that much longer. He's 33, so his grandma's probably 73-ish, safely. He's not going to be able to tag her in forever. It's not fair to her either to have to come rescue him. I'm sure that she loves to feel needed like that, and that's how all this started. But he's going to have to learn how to do some things for himself, and this was a pretty easy one. Emily Shale, start him off with easy salads or sandwiches. Yeah, can he make a sandwich? Can he do that? 740 of 2K on the fire right now. You guys are moving right along there. Also, we are at 56% on our likes goal. Y'all are awesome. TARDIS RN, KG Easy, Jesse, Jennifer. Thank you guys so much. MJ, Holly, Jill, talk with us for month 5 in the storm. Heck yes. TLS, Emily B, Jesse, Theosaurus Rex, Denise. Thank you guys. You're awesome. Amethyst Suzuki. Thank you for the fire. Greatly appreciate that. Beer today. So glad I'm self-sufficient. Hell yeah, man. Can you imagine? Like having to tag someone in for everything. We can get it figured out. Shannon, so we have a conversation in the Facebook VIP group about the SMS text alerts. Some people didn't get them today, so we're going to have to do a little bit more troubleshooting. I need to add them to the nav. I'll have them on Linktree soon. So once we've verified that everything is A-OK, I'll add them to Linktree and then we'll talk about it. But right now it seems like we've got to do some more work. Candy Thunder says, I want that spicy story. Words are hard. I want that spicy story gifting in Ava's pickup line. LOL.
That is one of her favorite spicy stories she's found.
Oh, it's one of her favorite ones that she's found. So she's excited to hear it. All right. Okay. Yep. Well, there's some incentive. Candy Thunder says this is one of the best stories that she's found. So that's what gets unlocked when we hit 2K of those fires. So rock and roll. Suzuki. Yeah, Amethyst. Nice. It's like, there's a Greek restaurant down in, whoa, my throat just made a really weird noise. There's a Greek restaurant down in Bentonville or Rogers that has the same TS sound. What is that? You remember? What's the Greek restaurant down there? Can't remember. Dylan, if you're in here, you probably tell us what is that Greek restaurant? It starts. Yeah, there he goes. Tzatziki's. Oh yeah, okay. It's not a TS, but Tzatziki's. As soon as I said it, I was like, Dylan will know. Okay, we can go ahead and bounce to the next story here. We're over the halfway point on those fire, so we can get through this one. Hopefully, we've hit that goal by the end of this one, and then we can rock and roll in that story. Angel, goal hit. 50%. We're 50% there. We're rocking and rolling. Meanwhile, that likes bar is still losing its shit. I just saw it rotate. What? It's not supposed to rotate. It's losing its mind. I don't know what's going on. Mama Ranger says it says country area code. So do we have to enter one area code and then phone number for USA? Correct. So it would be one, whatever your area code is, and then your 7-digit phone number. And if you're not in the US, whatever your country code is. With no punctuation in there, so no dashes, no nothing like that, just all numbers. The Effulgent one, you still haven't received your link to the Facebook group? Well, dang.
I wrote her name down.
Okay, so Tony Spark wrote your name down. We will reach out to you via DM on TikTok afterwards to make sure we get that in your hands. Apologies for that. Okay, here we go. This is another follower submission. Oh, it's the cake story. I'm so sorry. And someone, yeah. Maria, thank you that you called it. Yeah. Thank you so much for that. Let me get down to the cake story, reward story number 1, right?
Yep.
Sweet. Thank you guys for keeping me in line. It takes a lot of work. All right. This is a follower submitted cake story. So OP, if you're in chat, you know what to say to claim your story. This one is, am I the astronaut for getting onto my kid for making a mud cake? Called them mud pies when I was young. Sorry, grabbing some water. I, male 42, have 2 kids, a son 10 and a daughter 12. My wife 40 and I have recently been going through a divorce the past year, and I haven't been able to see my children as much as I would like. One of the main reasons my wife and I are getting a divorce is because of a difference in parenting styles. Wife says I'm way too harsh on the kids for their age, and I disagree. The way I see it, if you don't give kids some serious discipline at a young age, they're going to grow up and turn into criminals. That's the way I was raised, and that's the way I intend to raise my kids. But a recent incident has caused my wife to try and get full custody of the kids. This all happened very recently, so nothing has gone through the court system yet. As of now, it's just all words, but I'll explain my side. I had the kids for the first weekend I've had them in quite a while. Wife has been staying with her parents a few towns over. It's been storming pretty intensely for about a week where I live, so my backyard is incredibly muddy, which is usually where the kids go to play. The rain seemed to let up for a bit, and I told the kids to go out and play. They moaned and groaned about going outside because they wanted to watch their cartoons, but I said that they should go get some time in the sun while they can because of the rain. So they put the rain boots on and coats on because of the mud and went outside to play. Nicole with us for month 2 in the storm. Glad to have you here. I turned on my shows and sat down for about an hour before going to look out the window to check on them. Daughter was building a mound of mud and was completely covered in it. I opened the door and yelled to stop playing in the mud. We have a slide and a swing set, so they have other things to do. She left it alone and went over to play with my son. Another 30 minutes pass, and I look out the window again. Son is on the swing set by himself, and daughter is working on her mud pile again. This time, I got angry. I opened the door and went outside and yelled at her for playing with the mud. She began to cry and told me that she was making me a mud cake. I told her that I already told her to stop playing with the mud, and she's going to have to fix the mess she made in the yard, multiple divots and holes from where she had dug up mud and dirt. So I brought son back inside and helped him get cleaned up while daughter was outside fixing the yard. Son turned on some cartoons and I sat back down in my chair. I must have fallen asleep for a bit. I'd had a few beers, but nothing strong. Okay. Because whenever I came to, it was pouring rain. I looked around and daughter was nowhere to be seen. I realized I had left her outside to clean up the yard and locked the door. Okay. I ran over to the window and looked outside, and she was laying in the rain in the pile of mud. I opened the door and yelled for her to get out of the mud and come inside. She sat up and came inside, all upset and angry. I helped her get cleaned up and got both of the kids some dinner. She barely spoke to me for the rest of the weekend. Whenever they came back to mom, they told her the story about the mud cake, and she was livid. She messaged me about how I left our daughter in the cold rain in mud for multiple hours while she was starving, and I locked the door. I think she's overreacting. When I was a kid, my parents did things like that to me all the time, and I can't be held accountable for falling asleep as I had had a few drinks. I know it's not the best thing to do, but I can't be blamed for it like I did it purposely. And I had to tell her to stop multiple times, so I think that was a just punishment. But now she's trying to get custody. So am I the astronaut for getting on to my kid for making a stupid mud cake? Okay, so it's not, the mud cake isn't the problem here. It's not the problem here. Also, I think it's extremely hypocritical when a parent does shit like this and says, "No, go play outside. It's nice and it's fine. You can play outside. We did that when I was a kid," and tells them to go outside. They go outside and then they sit on their asses. The parent does. It's like, okay, so do what I say, not what I do. If you want them to play outside, show them how to play outside. But yeah, there's plenty of stuff to do outside, and it's great for kids to play outside. I think that's wonderful. I don't think using it as a punishment is the right thing to do. And the question here is, am I the astronaut for getting on my kid for making a mud cake? I don't think that's the problem here. I think the problem here is that you had some beers and passed out in a chair and locked your kid outside. That's what the question should be. And I guarantee you, if this is what your ex is using to try to get full custody of kids, whenever you get into court, it's not going to be, the topic of discussion is not going to be the mud cake. The topic of discussion is going to be that you passed out from drinking beers and locked your kid out during a storm. That's going to be the narrative. It's not the effing mud cake. It's not the fact that they were playing outside. It's none of that. It's the fact that you were neglectful because you fell asleep because you had had a few beers and left your daughter locked outside. Yes, that is neglect. Yes, you will get in trouble for that. Yes, that is a dumbass brozo thing to do. Yes, that's a shitty parent thing to do. Yes, you're an asshole. Yes, this probably is going to cost you custody. And if this was an isolated incident, it's still bad. It's obviously bad if it's an isolated incident because you think it's okay. The way that it's being narrated by you here, OP, is like, yeah, it's I can't be held accountable because I fell asleep because I had had a few beers. How so? So you aren't responsible for your passing out because you were forced to drink a few beers? Who forced you to drink those few beers? Oh, you did. Oh, so you made a choice that had an effect that is a negative effect that you can't be blamed for? I don't think that's how that works. I think you are 100% responsible for this here, and you acting not responsible for it does not help your case. It makes it worse. Dear God. No, this is a shit thing to do. Again, I have nothing against kids playing outside. I think it's wonderful for them. I don't agree with using it as a punishment. I don't agree with being a hypocrite and saying, go play outside and then sitting on your ass drinking beer and passing out. Don't agree with locking your kids outside. Don't agree. There's a lot that I don't agree with here. Kids playing outside is not one of those things. I think it's great for them. The way it's used here is hypocritical. It's stupid. It is tyrannical. It is not cool at all. And he was neglectful. OP, you were neglectful here. And yes, you can be blamed for passing out because it was your choice to drink beer while you were watching your kids, aka kicking them outside so you could sit on the couch, drink beer, and watch your show. The saddest part about all of this for me is that there is an opportunity here where if he had nothing else to do, if he didn't have like a project or work or something like that to do and was just going to sit on his ass and watch a show, he could have gone out there with his kids and really created some memories, created some quality time, done something, thrown the football around. It doesn't matter. You got to be able to prioritize and say, is what I'm choosing to do right now worth more or more important or more urgent than spending time with my kids? It's going to cost you, man. And yeah. You're going to take a trip all the way to ASCON 1, but, nobody can blame you for it because you had a few beers and you didn't realize you were going to ASCON 1. So, who can blame you? Wake the fuck up. Sorry. Make mud pies with them. Hell yeah. Make freaking mud pies with him. This little girl made him a cake, Angel. Yeah, she made him a cake. And he got pissed at her for creating a divot in the yard. That's another hypocritical thing here. It's like, yeah, it just finished raining. I know it's muddy out, but it just finished raining. Go out and play in the yard. Hey, you're screwing up my yard. Well, yeah, okay. You told them to go out and play in the mud, dude. What do you expect? Every single decision here was a poor decision and a hypocritical decision and a neglectful decision. And it's not. I think one of the surprising things here for me was the ages of the kids. 10 and 12. They're 10 and 12, which, once our kids hit 10 and 12, they were into electronics. They were practically 17 years old at that point. It just progresses that quick. So they were kind of moved past the point where they were wanting to go and play outside just to play outside. And they still will. A lot of it is done with Navy now, where they're doing the sidewalk chalk or something like that. But yeah, if your 12-year-old girl was she the girl? 12. Yeah, daughter's 12. Your 12-year-old girl's making you a mud cake, dude. Just live it up. Because before long, she's going to be a mouthy teenager and that time is going to be gone. Garbage. We are just about 500 away from hitting that fire goal to unlock the spicy story that Caden Thunder says is one of the best ones that she's come across. So, yeah. So we're on our way. Sean, yeah, he left her outside. With the way people take kids these days, that was an ass move. Yeah, agreed. And even in a rural setting, right, where there's, not really a lot of people around, it's still worth checking in on them. Also, it's not the way it was whenever we were kids. And parents would say, go play outside. You're driving me nuts. And you could go ride your bike 20 blocks over to your buddy's house and ride your bike another 20 blocks to go play in the woods or some shit, or go down to the creek and catch crawdads and then come home when the sun was coming down. It's not like that anymore. Like, you have to be a lot more careful now. You have to be a lot more attentive now. Chelsea, Denise, Kaylee, Shorty, Theosaurus Rex, Karen Louise, Spare Time, Chelsea Truscott, Charlie Jean, Sayedi, Sandra Woods, TARDIS RN, Flower is for life, Shannon, Jessica, Dypenbrook. Thank you guys so much for the goals there. Kim, for the gifts there. Kim, Holly Jill Talk, Amber Reed, and Chelsea Truscott, Violet, Kim, Tracy's Crystals and Creations. Thank you guys so much. We are 240 away from hitting that goal now. We are well on our way. Amethyst, Suzuki, Silver Moon Angel, Theosaurus Rex. Thank you guys so much. We're getting there. Melissa Dossett, Sarita. Thank you. Greatly appreciate that. Was that a cake story? Yeah, it was a cake story. It was a mud cake story. But that was a cake story, yeah. So, yeah, it was kind of mud cake. I mean, look, my favorite cake is dirt cake, so mud cake is just one step away, right? Danielle, you hate that rhetoric? We have Amber Alerts because a kid was taken when she was outside. Yeah, like... Juju girl, you're getting some major lag going on TikTok. If it may be isolated, I haven't seen a lot of other people reporting that, so you may jump out of the app and then jump back in. That may help. Just had custard beer today. There you go. It's real mud cake, custard on top. Tastes delish. Delish. Aussie toxins. Mud cake is just moist dirt cake. It's just dirt cake that's been rained on, right? Peas and onions, yeah. What's not to like? Beef, good. Peas, good. Custard, good. Cooper, smooth as butter for you? Heck yeah, man. Danny, I truly am the new Dr. Phil and Dr. Andrew all in one. I think that's a compliment. Thank you. I think so. Could take it the other way. Sally, not a fan of cake? You don't have to apologize for that. You do you. You like cupcakes? We used to make mud pies all the same. Right, exactly. Mud pies, that's the way to go. Weird it keeps playing the same phrase over and over again. Juju, I've seen it do some stuff like that before. If you just back out of the app and back in, or jump back in, it should be okay. Lynn, Aisha, subscribe for the very first time to become a member of the Storm. Awesome. Glad to have you here. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Pirate Puffs, thank you so much for the fire. Jessica, Tony, Spark, Pam K. Here we are. We got there. We unlocked that spicy story. Let's give some thanks real quick here. Hey, Ava Thunder is in the house now as well. She's got a homecoming parade here in a little bit. Karen Louise, TLS Journey, Pam K, Elise, Sally Barter. Already did. Like 10 seconds ago. It's like I read your mind, Tony Spark.
I know, I had it ready for the last.
Fane 86, Avolnia, Stephanie Woodard, T. Hef, Theosaurus Rex, Jennifer Lynn, Danielle Ambert, Rhiannon Sings, PKY 1221, Candy Thunder 1, T Wolfie 32, Shadow Kiss 30, Sayedi, Shan Special Needs, Christina 1565, Res Q Ninja 1, Ripkins, TARDIS RN, Case Yoban, Dylan Sprague, DB Cinder, Tony Spark, JK's All Arounds, Pirate Pup, Sir Gotham Knight, Miles Griff, Merry Happy Dragons, Truscott's Jen here, Rain Falls, Royally Nerdy, Amber Reed, Amanda McPhail, Jill's Realm, Amy Susie, Jade Sue, Grace, Silver Moon Angel, Emily B, IVF Mama, Piotr, 777. Thank you guys so much for helping us get there and unlocking that spicy story. Candy Thunder's pumped up about it, which has got to mean it's good. Let me get the next one set up here. Can I find it? Found it. I found it. 75 of those. Unlocks what? Oh. So, 75 hand hearts is now going to unlock Caden Thunder appearing, I just saw the likes bar getting like freaking out again. I don't know what it's doing right now, but it was literally doing this. Like, it's seizing. I don't know what. It's partying. It's having a hell of a time. Or it's scared. It looks like it's scared of something. We're going to unlock Caden Thunder jumping on and giving feedback to one of the stories here with by hitting this next goal, which is 75 hand hearts. We are rocking and rolling there. And we unlocked the spicy story, which I am pumped to read. Spicy reward story number 1, correct, Tony Spark? All right. Let's see if it lives up to it. Of course I love butter, Cooper. Of course. Gosh, I'm like on the same level that Paula Dean loves butter. Francis, we've gone through a few stories, but not a ton here. Goober, time to shower and use your bluey soap. Don't tell anyone it's for the kids. Lynn, thank you so much for the love from Kentucky. Greatly appreciate that. Beautiful, beautiful part of the country. All right, here's the spicy reward story. This one is, am I the astronaut for changing my mind about kids at 57 and leaving my girlfriend because of it? I just turned 57 in early August, and my ex-girlfriend just turned 55 a few days ago. We were together 25 years before I called it quits 2 weeks ago. When my ex and I got together, she was a self-described open-minded person who, unlike other women I dated, did not start pulling my arm on the marriage issue after we passed the 1-year mark. She had a mom who grew up in Sweden where couples would live together, have children, but never marry. She was always on the fence about children. However, I did not want children because at the time I was thinking about how much I was willing to sacrifice to start a business and how I'd resent my kids for getting in the way of that. We argued over this, went to counseling over this. Our arguments were interrupted by the fact that my startup costs led us to have to sell plasma in order to survive. Then it was like we woke up one day and my girlfriend was 39 and I was 41. And the money finally started coming in. I felt like my girlfriend did not want to rock the boat at that point, and we just wanted to enjoy the money. We traveled the world. She quit her job to volunteer for charity. I got involved in causes too. However, I am in my late 50s now, and I think in the back of my mind it never registered that the door to having biological kids was closed forever. But it hit home when my girlfriend, sort of in a blasé way, told me, well, that's the end of phantom pregnancies for me, when she found out that she was menopausal at 53. Since then, I've been in an internal crisis because everything about my life has gotten old. My life felt empty. I had worked through the emotional issues that prevented me from wanting kids, and now I desperately wanted a family. My doctor told me I wouldn't be the first older father. What is worse is that a lot of my once divorced friends who are also in their 50s have easily had healthy, happy children and finally the time and money to devote to them. I felt I was in a place where I appreciated children, could provide for them, and would never take the mom of my children for granted, always seeing her as beautiful, unlike guys in their 30s. I became more depressed and finally realized that if I wanted to do something about my desire to have biological kids, to see little quirks of myself reflected in my kids in a way that only words are hard. To see little quirks of myself reflected in my kids in a way that can only be described as by biology, I needed to act now. So I sat my then girlfriend down and said this was what I was struggling with. She tried to shame me by saying this was me having a midlife crisis and that I've used up her time and owe her, even calling me narcissistic for not wanting to adopt when nearly all parents try for biological kids before adopting. I'm letting her stay in my vacation house for a month so she can find her own place. The whole time she's been telling everybody I'm crazy and would wake up. Am I the astronaut for changing my mind when my girlfriend is acting like I don't get to change my mind? Okay, you guys had to be thinking the same thing that I was thinking this whole time, and it's like, you are having a midlife crisis, sir. You are absolutely having a midlife crisis, maybe a little bit later in life, but not now, not really, like 50-something. Is that the typical time that a midlife crisis starts happening, or is that 40s, or I don't know, but yeah, yeah, brozo, you're having a crisis here. The statement where he doesn't like want a family. He wants to see bits of himself in kids. That's one of the most effed up statements that I have ever heard. And yeah, when people are thinking about kids, it's like, oh, It's going to be like a combination of you and me as you talk to your spouse or your loved one or whatever it is. And that's awesome. That's an awesome thought. But to be willing to sacrifice your loved one because she can no longer provide that thing and not be willing to adopt shows that, yeah, you do have some very selfish, narcissistic tendencies here. And all that you care about is seeing yourself in kids. It's really funny that he's like, I'm finally in a place where I can respect the mother of my kids and not get tired of her aging like guys in their 30s do. But my girlfriend now has to go away immediately because she can't provide me with those things. Yes, you're going to place all kinds of value on the mother of your children, right? Totally. You're proving it right now. You're just so much respect. And I understand having regret. That's what he's experiencing. He's experiencing extreme regret, but being willing to just like sever this part of your life because it will no longer serve your wants is an ASCON 1 behavior, dude. And your reasoning for wanting kids here is an ASCON 1 behavior as well. This is garbage. This is a shit human being thing to do. It is not okay. This is mistreatment of people. And yeah, you're going to regret this part because at some point you're going to figure out that this wasn't really what you wanted. You were having a crisis. You were flipping out, whatever it was. You regret things. You're going to regret this too, because you shared this time of your life where you grew so much. And when you finally got to that point, screwed it up. Caden Thunder wants to jump in here. She wants to say some stuff because she's fired up about this.
No. Okay, fine. I do want to say something because I'm super pissed. And I feel like, I don't know if you just didn't get there yet, but he didn't marry this woman and he says that was her choice and I don't fucking believe it. But he didn't marry her. She has nothing. And in the comments, someone said that they live in Arizona. And I don't think that Arizona, I looked it up because I'm super pissed, doesn't recognize like common law marriage, which means that she has nothing.
Nothing.
And at the end of the story, he says that he's allowing her to stay.
He's letting her to stay in the vacation home.
In his vacation home. And I'm like, so this woman wanted kids. He didn't give them to her. They decided not to have them. Now can't have kids.
Right.
Because she's past the age. She's in menopause. And now he wants to leave her to have kids. This might be the biggest asshole we have ever experienced. I don't know if the story's true, whatever, but oh my God.
And the biggest hypocritical
I'm so
because look, whenever he was like, no, we can't have kids because I'm already looking at sacrificing so much to start this business. She didn't leave him.
No, she stayed.
Whenever he couldn't provide her kids because it didn't fit with his goals right then, she didn't leave him. Whenever she physically can't, he's like, yeah, I'm out.
But I'm like, does she have claim to anything? I don't know how that works if you're not married and the state like doesn't recognize it. Right. Does she have anything? Because she said she quit her job.
Not if they're not married.
And went and like worked for a not-for-profit. Like, I don't even know if she's getting paid to do the work that she's doing, but
probably no. That's rough. It
makes me so angry, like for her, like, and for him to just waste her entire life and not give her the one thing that she said she wanted, and then to decide that, oh, well, I just want a legacy to leave behind. He doesn't care about the kids. If he cared about the kids, he would not do this to the woman that he's supposed to love.
Right.
He would not care about the kids. All he wants is his face
he
on somebody else.
He wants to see his quirks in another human, and that's it.
Disgusting.
Not which excludes adoption, and that's why. It's because he wants to see himself in kids, and if she can't provide that for him, then
right,
she's completely cut out. So she invested 25 years into this relationship, went through the painful parts of growing this business for him or with him. And then finally it gets to a point where they can enjoy things, and they traveled for a little while. And then he's like, you know what? The next adventure I would like to go on is humans. And she's like, yeah, I can't do that for you. And he's like, yes, you're gone.
Surrogacy.
You're
like
gone.
if they,
there you go.
There you go. If he really wanted to be with this woman, he would be with this woman. They would have a surrogate. They would have a baby. If they have the money to do it, they have the money to do it. But he doesn't want surrogacy. He wants to go find somebody who's 30 that doesn't make him feel like he's 57.
Right. You're
a shit human being, sir. And you need to fuck off. And when you get there, fuck off again.
Caden Thunder doesn't get this fired up often, so when she does, hey!
I saw it.
Oh, we hit the likes goal already. Look at now
didn't do the big one.
It says we're at 5% now. I'm just kidding. It's at 101.
We hit the Should we show them this?
Yeah, show them afterward. Show them afterward. Okay, we've got some special confetti cannons now. Just don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera.
It's a shotgun.
Don't hit the
confetti.
camera. Oh wow, wow. Okay.
One with my shirt.
Okay, so yeah, that was for the kicks. We're a couple confettis behind now, not anymore. Look
Okay.
at the size of this confetti cannon.
This is the one that I found at Walmart today, and this is what we normally use. But this is, it's huge. And this one is so small. And there was like an 80-cent difference.
It's a perfectly average cannon.
Don't insult the cannon.
Yeah, I hope you heard Tony Spark back there yelling, it's a perfectly average cannon.
This one is a small cannon.
This is a perfectly good sized cannon.
Yeah.
This was the original that we used.
So here we have, hold on, perfectly average cannon. We have horse cannon. And we have micro cannon.
They're all fine. Whatever cannon you choose.
They're all fine.
It's not the size of the cannon, it's how you use it.
Someone asked if the cannon was cold. Yeah.
Somebody asked if the little cannon was cold.
The cannon was cold.
I love that.
Nursey Deer says, I knew that last cannon.
Do what?
Nursey Deer said, I knew that last cannon, the micro cannon. I'm sorry. Sorry. It, yeah, it did have a lot of confetti in it for sure. Oh, it had a lot of cannon envy. There you go, Dread Zone. The cannon, yeah. Caden Thunder found those at the store today. I don't know what store you were at. To find Walmart, she says. So anybody with a Walmart nearby, they've got some horse cannons there. So look out for those. Yeah, this is rough, and Caden Thunder's right. One of the shittiest parts of this is that because they.
Somebody said they met them all.
Yeah, somebody said they've met them all. Wow. Cesara. Wow. Leaving her with nothing is the shittiest part of all of this. Leaving her with absolutely nothing whenever she went through the painful part of growing this new venture of his with him. Just nothing. And if they were married, yeah, she would probably have a sizable nest egg to at least start an independent life with. But because they didn't do that, and everything business-wise sounds like it was in his name, he's allowing her to stay in the vacation home for a little while she finds her own place. Stormy says at the same time, oh, no. All right. Tony's barking. Okay. Okay. That's rough. Definitely an ask on one. All right, we're going to move on to our next story here. We're already close to the halfway point for the hand heart goal here that is going to get Caden Thunder up here, right? Or am I? Okay. So the last one was the spicy story and confetti. Okay. We're at 75 hand hearts for Caden appearance and feedback. All right, I'll go ahead and jump onto the next story. Caden Thunder, you might tune into this one because you may be jumping in to give feedback on it. Cool. Hey, if you're watching the stream, make sure you're on Wi-Fi, not hardwired, okay? Okay, cool. All right, this is another follower submitted story. Opie, if you're in chat, you know what to say. This is, am I the astronaut for not dog sitting my mother-in-law's dog? I, 32 female, am married to my husband, 37 male, 10 years. We have 3 kids, 2 boys, 10 and 7, and a girl, 3. My 10-year-old was diagnosed with autism when he was 6. Mother-in-law denies that diagnosis, claiming he looks and acts completely normal. Okay, Dr. Mother-in-law, thank you for that diagnosis. My relationship with my mother-in-law isn't great. She's a very judgmental person, and we disagree a lot. My husband has always been on my side, supporting me every time mother-in-law and I have a conflict. Well, thank goodness for that. A few months ago, she decided it would be a good idea that her husband would fly with his 2 sons, my husband and brother-in-law, to a guy's trip for his birthday. I thought it was a great idea, even though he also has a daughter, but not my problem, since my father-in-law isn't at his best. I told my husband I can manage the kids for a week by myself. A few weeks later, mother-in-law invited us Sorry, words are hard. A few weeks later, mother-in-law invited us for dinner at their place. After we finished eating, my husband excused himself and went to the bathroom. As soon as he closed the door, she turned to me and said, "So I've been thinking, and we think it's a good idea that we all go on a vacation," meaning my mother-in-law and my sister-in-law and I join. I replied, "That's great, mother-in-law. So you're going to have to take the dog for walks every day." Me, "I can't. I'm going to be with the kids." Mother-in-law, "You can. It's only once a day." Me, "It's not once a day, and you can't ask me to watch your dog while being alone with my 3 kids. One of them is special needs." Mother-in-law, "If you don't do this, I can't go on the trip." Me, "I will not take this extra responsibility." Mother-in-law, "So I won't go on this trip. Thank you for ruining this trip for us. I can't believe how selfish you are." Me, "Yes, I'm a selfish ass who only thinks about herself, but I'm not taking that extra responsibility." I think I need to back up a little bit because it was the trip would be, meaning my mother-in-law and sister-in-law join. Okay. So mother-in-law did not say that OP was going to join. It was, "So we've been thinking and we think it's a good idea that we all go on vacation," meaning mother-in-law and sister-in-law join, not OP. Now it all makes sense. By that time, my husband came into the dining room and said he heard the whole thing. He yelled at his mom and said he couldn't believe she actually waited for him to leave the room so she could say that. Yeah, that was snaky. He told her to never talk to me that way again and to apologize for attacking me. She refused. He said that if she's coming to the trip, he won't be attending, and that if she can't respect me, it means she doesn't respect him. He took all the kids, I was already out, and we left. My mother-in-law hasn't talked to me for 3 weeks now. She tried to contact my husband, but he ignored. All of my and his family completely understand my side, but also try to say she is kind of old and maybe I should have helped her. Am I the astronaut? Hell no. Also, round of applause for hubby here, right? Holy shit. Unwavering in his opposition to his own mother in defense of his wife. Hell yeah. Way to go, OP's hubby. This is fantastic. This is a follower submission as well. So, OP, if you're in here, you've got a gem there that stands up for you no matter what, and doesn't just do it symbolically. Doesn't do it in the way that we see a lot of partners do it in the matter of, like, I'm only saying stop doing this because my life is going to be hell until you do. No, he's like, this is wrong. And if you don't respect her, you don't respect me. Awesome. That is such a cool thing to see in a partner that I think you're in great shape here. And knowing that you have a partner who will stand up for you like that and stand up for your family like that will make life so much easier. And people who try to invade and separate you and cause a chasm between you and do all of this shit will be meaningless. They're not going to be able to have any effect on you because you've got a tight-knit team there, and that is fantastic. So I don't care how old she is. She knew what she was asking. She was being sneaky as shit, wait until he walked away to ask the question, and you held your ground, and so did he. I think that's fantastic. Not the asshole at all. She seems like a peach. Is that all you were coming here to? I thought you were coming over to jump into this story too, and I was like, man, Caden Thunder's got some opinions today. She's like, every story she's over here like, I'm ready to jump in, say my piece again. I'm pissed off about this one too. I'm like, this one isn't even that spicy to get pissed off about. She's like, oh no, I got thoughts, and I'm gonna share them with the world.
I'll tell OP I'll watch your puppy.
Yeah, Candy Thunder says,
No, I won't.
Candy Thunder at first said, tell OP I'll watch her puppy, and then remembered it wasn't OP's puppy, it was the shitty mother-in-law's. She said, never mind. No, I won't.
The dog's not as shitty as the mother-in-law I'll watch.
I have a feeling that this mother-in-law trained this dog to be entitled and shitty.
I don't know what that was.
Oh man. I don't know what that was.
It was a dog bark.
You just did baby shark at me. Bark, bark. Okay. Take the dog and run. There you go. Save the puppy. Save the puppy. We are almost there in our hand heart goal to get Caden Thunder up here as well. Shiver Yorkshire. Candy Thunder, preach on, Rook says. There you go. She is all geared up to attack today. She's ready. Theosaurus Rex, beans in my pillow for that one. Hey, I did tell you I was going to tell you the story about what Ann M. Bracker sent us, and it was hilarious. So an Amazon package showed up yesterday, and we get Amazon packages here a lot. It's not completely uncommon. So we open this package up, and it has a little note. It says a gift for you, and it says a little help with cleaning up Schitt's Creek. And so those of you who don't know, there's a little grass strip across the street in front of our office in between our door and the parking lot where someone who lives nearby comes and lets their dog shit and just leaves it there. We've put up a sign that says, please pick up your poop, but we talk about it a lot because they ignore that sign. Ann sent us one of those poo bag dispensing things with like a lock and 10 extra rolls inside and all kinds of stuff. Sweet, we got there. Okay, let me give some thanks here real quick, and then we'll finish that story real quick. Confetti, TLS Journey, Karen Louise, Elise Newman, Pirate Pups, Pam K, Diana, Candy Thunder, T Wolfie, Stephanie Woodard, Jen here, Silver Moon Angel, Rain Falls, Tony Spark, Shan Special Needs, Not That Ellen, Squatched, Tammy Lee, Miles Griff, Dylan Sprague, Holly Elizabeth, Rosalind, T Hef 90, Lacey Lex, Sir Gotham Knight, and Kitty Cat Girl. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for helping us get there. Greatly appreciate that. So the next one that we have that we're going to set up is actually part of a TikTok competition right now. There are some extra incentives for us behind it, so that's why we're throwing it in here, and it is a little bit different. This one is going to unlock a 2-tiered cake story. It's like two shorter cake stories and a Tony Spark appearance. And we're going to do 25 of these campfires. So you'll see these campfires on here. These are a little bit loftier than we typically go for, but it's the lowest one in this competition that TikTok is doing for us right now. So we want to take a run at this and see if we can unlock it. The 2-tiered cake story is 2 shorter cake stories, right? Yeah, it's a 2-tiered cake story because it's 2 smaller cake stories stacked on top of each other. Hey. Okay, we'll get Caden Thunder up here momentarily. So Ann sent us a dog poo bag dispenser thing that was awesome with a lock and everything on it. Hey, we're ranked now too. Heck yes, we're rocking and rolling. Hell yeah. Vicky Toreen with the Netherlands. Heck yes. Glad to see you here. And so we're opening up this box, and I noticed something else in there too. And I pull out the little gift note for it, and it says Caden Thunder. What did it say, Caden Thunder? It said Caden Thunder spread accordingly, something like that. What did it say? What did it say in the note? Spread accordingly or something like that? Spread as needed, something like that. It was 2 cans of beans and like a little spatula to spread the beans. He's going to bring them on here. He's going to bring them over. So, ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Caden Thunder. Oh my God, it's Caden Thunder! With his beans and his spatula. And you're hilarious. Thank you for sending that. It was hilarious for that. And Pam K, yes, thank you for the reminder there. You can join our team by clicking the heart next to the name in the upper left-hand corner. You can also gift a hand heart to join the team as well. Beans.
He was holding it over the campfire. It showed up on the screen.
When you hold it right there, it's like right over.
Oh, it's like you're cooking the beans on screen. That's amazing. That is amazing. What's with the beans? Cooper says. So the podcast that Caden Thunder and I did together. The podcast that we did together, I can't remember what the story was.
It was the
White whale.
the white whale.
Oh, the white whale story.
That doesn't give much context
It was
either.
posted last Sunday.
Okay, so it was posted last Sunday. If you want to go check it out, but one of the things that Caden Thunder thought of to get back at someone who had done something bad was to put beans in their pillow.
Yep.
Just tapping it away. So beans in the pillow is now a thing, and it's going to be a thing for a while apparently. So the story that we just read, where mother-in-law wanted OP to watch the dog on top of caring for the kids, one of them being a special needs kid throughout all of this.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on this?
I like how the mother-in-law was just like, it doesn't seem special needs to me. Seems pretty normal to me. I'm mother-in-law. I thought that was silly.
That was silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like she's got some kind of doctorate.
Yeah, ridiculous.
She can make that determination. And then, Doodles Dragon says, I've rewatched that part endlessly. I sent it to everyone. The beans in the pillow. It was so confusing for me. I'm like,
the way that my brain works, I think words just come out of my mouth and they don't go through any sort of filter in my head or anything like that. So the words just spill out, and then
like beans?
Yeah, like beans in a can. And sometimes the words that spill out are interesting words, and that is how the beans happened.
Candy Thunder's clapping because she understands and agrees with everything here.
To answer your question, Amanda, I do not like beans, but I do like refried beans.
So you don't like baked beans?
I don't like baked beans.
But you do like refried beans?
I do like refried beans. But
Hey-o, campfire goal achieved. Look at you guys. That's awesome. Here, saving the beans in the pillow idea for future use. Heck yes. Hey, Caden Thunder, while you're up here.
Yeah.
So let's pivot over here real quick. Let's have you help give thanks for these people who helped us meet this goal. Let me get the music started for you here. You can give thanks on that while I'm setting up the next thing here.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks. Thank you, TLS Journey, Stephanie Wooder. Can't see the rest of the username, but thank you. Avonia13, Maeve Loves, Sally Barter 31, Just Kim 85, Karen Louise 1970, Mama Ranger, Miles Griff, Dylan Sprague 8, Pam K, Diana 5520, Silver Moon Angel, Candy Thunder, Elise Newman, Pirate Pups, and Tamara. Yeah.
There you go. Thank you so much, guys. We
Thanks,
greatly
guys.
appreciate that. That one went by way faster than we thought it was going to.
Yeah.
Let me jump in there and get this next goal set
bye.
up here. Thank you, Caden Thunder. Appreciate you helping us out. Beans in the pillow, yo. Beans in the pillow. Let me get this next one set up for us. This is... I'm moving quickly. Okay. We'll have the ability to bring Miles up. And get some confetti rocking here. Party rock. We've got 50 confettis up here to unlock Miles' appearance and confetti. Caden appearance feedback. We have the 2-tiered cake story and the Tony appearance coming up now. So let's rock and roll on that. Okay, so I need to bounce to the 2-tiered cake story, correct? Boom, got it. All right, quick drink of water. Caden Thunder, I feel like we ended a little abruptly there. Was there anything else that you were wanting to say? Beans. He says, bye. It's pretty accurate. Okay, here, this is the 2-tiered cake story. Oh my gosh, you know what? Before we jump into this, I forgot to mention it. We had the VIP group vote, and it's been probably 2 or 3 weeks now on what the next shirt added to the store should be. And we gave them 3 options. The 3 options were Thunder and Spark, Spark and Thunder, or lowercase Thunder and Spark. So there was really only one way to go with this vote, because Thunder and Spark had been part of the vote for like 2 or 3 times and had not made it each time.
Rigged.
Tony Spark says it's rigged. Also, was really afraid what Tony Spark was going to do if Thunder and Spark went through another round and lost. So we made it impossible to lose. So the Thunder and Spark swag is now in the swag shop as of like 30 minutes before the stream starting today, and it is pretty stinking cool. You got to go check it out. Anyway, there was something else I was going to say, and I completely forgot what it was. Sorry. Beans in the pillow. Next shirt, beans in your pillow. I think, and by the way, thank you again. It was hilarious what you sent. I think the beans in the pillow has got to be a future shirt here. So VIP group, expect to see that in the next poll. Beans in the pillow. We also have Wheel of Thunder, which hasn't Hasn't become a shirt yet either, but we have the design ready. We just need the VIP group to vote for it. It's going to be tough. It's going to be Beans of the Pillow or Wheel of Thunder. Dang. Okay, we have the confetti is our goal right now. We have 50 of them. We have 6 in pocket already, so we're moving along there. It does unlock Miles and, right? Yes, a Miles appearance in confetti. Okay, 2-tiered cake story here. So here's the deal with this. There are 2 shorter cake stories, so we decided to lump them together in one reward. So we called it a 2-tiered cake story. All right, here's the first tier. Am I the astronaut for buying a cake for no special occasion? No, end of story. Move on.
That's it.
I'm just kidding. There's a little bit more. 2 days ago, I saw a small cake at Walmart. It was only $6 and a flavor my family liked, so I decided to buy it. I got home and my wife protested, saying, "You don't buy a cake unless it's for a birthday." She demanded I return it for a refund. However, the seal was already torn off, so the store would not be able to resell it. An argument struck up, and out of spite, let my children and myself eat the cake by ourselves, not leaving a crumb for my wife. She has not talked to me since and refuses to even sleep in the same bed over a cake. So, am I the astronaut? The question here is, am I the astronaut for buying a cake for no special occasion? Hell no. I think it's great. You know what? And chances are that your wife buys some kind of treat at some point, right? Like, does she come home with cosmic brownies ever? Because cake isn't that far away. It's just a different kind of treat, right? Now, the second question that should be asked is, am I the astronaut for leaving no cake for my wife out of spite? And that one's maybe no. Candy Thunder says no, not at all. But I feel like she made her cakeless bed, and she could sleep in it. I feel like you could have offered an olive branch here by leaving a piece for her, but yeah, if she was that opposed to it, then I guess come what may, right? So we'll go NTA for you here, because the question is, am I the astronaut for buying a cake for no special occasion? Hell no. A great deal and a great cake. Let them eat cake. She didn't want the cake. She can't have her cake and eat it too. There you go. She can't not have her cake. She complained about the cake, so she can't have cake. Maybe it was a money thing, not a cake thing, Lisa. Yeah, but that's where I'm going with. She probably buys some kind of treat. Like, it's not that different from any other kind of dessert. It's just in a different form. And because it's a cake, it's only a special occasion thing. Hell no. I think you. Now. Tangerine subscribed for the first time and became a member of the Storm. Welcome to the Gosh Heckin' fam. Glad to have you here. We're still moving along on our confettis. We're at 16 of 50 right now. Tony Sparks, Savage, Candy Thunder have all contributed there. Jeremy Rockley subscribed. Wait, let me scroll back up here. Did I miss that? Sage Ryland subscribed for the first time and became a member of the Storm. Heck yes, glad to have you here. What am I missing now? And we're ranked 71. Hey, we're rocking and rolling. We're moving up the ranks here. Yeah, Jeremy Rockley subscribed. Thank you so much for that. Welcome to the Storm. Glad to have you here. Tangerine, Karen Louise, Mabel Loves, Diana Galvin, Ann, Tony Spark, Carrie Lee, Silver Moon Angel, Ellen. Thank you guys so much. Bypassing the Demons, Scrub Forever, Lydia Allen, Marina CLDS. Thank you guys. Samantha Rothwell, you guys are awesome. Solo Traveler says, I buy cake. That's the occasion. I want to eat cake. That's my occasion. Agree. You don't need any other reason to eat cake. It wasn't a birthday cake. It was just a cake, right? Alina, how do you subscribe to be a member of the Storm? There should be what is the symbol? Is it the star at the top center or bottom?
It's at the top center.
Top center. You can tap on the star there, and that will explain everything for you. It's when your soul wants it and nobody else. There you go. Okay, it is also next to the comment chat box on the left-hand side there, too. Heather Lee subscribed for the first time and became a member of the Storm. Heck yes, welcome to the fam. Glad to have you here. Lacey, Lex, Tangerine, Samantha, B. Thank you guys so much for the goals, or the goals. I keep saying goals instead of gifts. I'm sorry. Cake or death. There you go. That's a shirt. Okay, here's the second tier of the 2-tiered cake stories. This one was actually sent in the VIP group, and it is, am I the astronaut for getting mad at my mom for giving my slice of wedding cake away? Oh no. I, 32 female, got married last week. Oh no, it's her wedding cake? No. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and do this now. When the time came for cake, my husband and I shared a small piece because we were busy saying hi to everyone and honestly not very hungry after a big reception. The wedding planner was so kind to place some leftovers in our hotel room for my husband and me to enjoy, including 2 slices of cake. As many guests came from other countries to join us for the celebration, my husband and I decided to show them around. So we gave the leftovers to my mom, asking her to please keep them in the fridge. When we returned to my mom's house after driving the guests to the airport, she said, "I hope you don't mind. I gave the cake to your sister." Well, I did mind. I told her that my husband and I had barely tasted it, and I couldn't possibly think of a single reason why anyone would give away someone else's wedding cake. I can't either. I just can't. I just can't either. And it's worth all the red flags in the world. She apologized to me. "I'll buy you a new identical one." But that's just not the same. That cake is gone. To me, it wasn't just some birthday cake. It was our wedding cake. My husband and I left to go back to our place. Later that evening, she texted me saying, "Forgive me. I'm old and tired." I told her it hurt me and please stop doing things without asking. It's getting better, but I'm still mad if I think about it. Am I overreacting? Edit to add context. Not that it is relevant to me, but since some people asked about it in the comments, my husband and I paid for our own wedding. Mom's contribution was paying for part of my wedding dress. My sister is 6 years older than me. As for people asking whether there is a pattern, my mom is just famous for not accepting no as an answer when offering food or even washing clothes taken straight from your luggage. People have refused repeatedly and firmly before she actually listens. Okay, so the question here is, am I the astronaut for getting mad at my mom for giving my slice of the wedding cake away? Okay, so again, I think this is a question about a feeling. No, you can't be an asshole for feeling something. Now, you did communicate that feeling. It seems like very calmly and respectfully communicated that feeling, though, and said, you told her that you and your husband had barely tasted it and you couldn't think of a single reason why anyone would give anyone's wedding cake away. Agreed. That's garbage. Why would you do that? We had 2 pieces of wedding cake sitting in that were supposed to be going to our room specifically for us to enjoy. And why would you just be like, "Oh, they don't need cake. Here." They have nothing to celebrate. It's not like they just got married or something. They surely don't want a piece of cake. Oh. I would be pissed. I would be pissed. I would let her replace it, though. Why not? Why not have another tasty cake laying around? Let her replace it. If it makes her feel better, fine. Yes, it sucks. You can't replace that actual one. That one is gone. But you can still have a tasty cake laying around. And it won't fill that hole completely, but it'll fill it a little bit. NTA for you, OP. I'd be pissed too, but let her replace it. Because, yeah, it's not going to be the same, but it's better than nothing. Sister shouldn't have asked for it. Did the sister ask for it? Is that what I missed? I hope you don't mind I gave the cake to your sister. The context that she gave us at the very end made it seem like sister didn't ask for it. Seems like mom forced it on her and wouldn't take no for an answer. That's what it sounded like. You look famished. Here, have some cake. I don't want cake, Mom. No, you need to eat the cake. It'll make you feel better. That looks like wedding cake. That's actually my sister's, and she's the one that just got married. You just eat the cake. I'll feel better if you eat the cake. Hey, we got there on the confetti gold. JP coming in clutch here with all kinds of them. Rook with the cat paws, sunrise bubbles. Tony Spark TLS coming in clutch here as well, pushing us over the finish line. You guys are awesome. Let's get some confetti rocking here. Josh Inagami, Terran EP. We've got TLS Journey, Tony Spark, Karen Louise, Pam K, Tamara. We've got Not That Ellen, Mabel Loves, My Razor Blade Lips, Diana 5520, Silver Moon Angel, Rain Falls, Lacey Lex and Candy Thunder. Y'all are awesome. Thanks so much for helping us hit that goal. And the next one that we have set up is a familiar one for today. Where did it go? It was just here. They actively move things around while we're live, which is crazy. because I can go find one place or one gift one place at one time, and then 5 minutes go back and it's somewhere completely different. 35 of those will unlock. This will unlock a spicy story in Confetti, and it is 35 more of the campfires. We're back on campfire mode here. Okay, so we just unlocked a Miles appearance and Confetti. Let me jump back to here, and ladies and gentlemen, you haven't seen him in a hot minute. Here he is, Miles Griffith.
Hi, everybody. How's everyone doing?
How you doing?
Oh, God bless him.
Actually forgot that was coming. We're still going with these?
So, please try to keep Confetti companion over there.
Sorry.
It's spreading.
Bad egg.
I'm sorry. I was trying to remain a little bit hidden. It's Miles!
Somebody's asking if it's an I or a Y. It's with the Y. I also like the Z edition some people are doing.
There you go. That'd be cool. Gemma, melting and eating cake while watching? Melting and eating cake? Nice. The screeches in the background here today? Yeah.
That's from everyone that also didn't realize it was coming.
Okay, so question for you, Miles, and for those of you who can hear me. Since you edit and see so many stories, out of the past month or so, what has been your most memorable or favorite story?
That is a really hard question to answer because Caden will understand this. When you edit these stories all day, every day as your job, they all kind of blend together and you don't really remember one from another. I can't really pick one out specifically. I don't know. It's probably
Too tough.
It's probably one of the ones that we've used as one of the like special spicy stories, or there's a couple of cake stories that have been like crazy.
Caden Thunder has a good one on there. Annoyatrons.
Oh, that story. I like it because it's so creative. Like, who would do that to another person?
It's awesome.
It's hilarious is what it is.
Following Delaney's train of thought here, do you have one that sticks to your thoughts, or do you have any stories that stick with you more than others?
Not really, no.
Nothing especially haunting or scarring?
There was a YouTube membership story that bothered you. That was
Oh.
a little too much. It was the one postpartum.
Oh, yeah. So yeah, YouTube members will know. There was one that there was a postpartum depression story that took a few turns that I didn't see coming, but it's a good overall story.
Rank 60!
Woo! We got to get to that top 50.
To Caden Thunder's point there as well, the YouTube exclusive ones, which we haven't talked a lot about on here, they are heavy. There are some that get heavier because there's so much longer stories that have a lot more build up to them, or it's like update after update after update, and not all updates are good. You know what I mean? It's like things sometimes get progressively shittier, but that's one of the cool parts about that YouTube membership is that, I mean, we have stories that are 20, 30 minutes long. Like they just keep going and going, and it's a crazy the amount of updates that are involved with them. So it's wild. So Miles and Caden get to edit those, and also I'd say one of the hardest parts for them now is editing these longer stories to fall asleep to that we're doing, because instead of doing 3 small ones, we do like one 20 to 30 minute long one, and them trying to stay awake while editing a story to fall asleep to has been challenging. Which to me says I'm doing a damn good job of reading stories to fall asleep to that actually work, because it's putting them to sleep while editing them.
They're effective.
They are effective. That's awesome.
Also, if you're not already a YouTube member, those stories are crazy. So if you want some crazy stories, go join over there.
Yeah, faux show. And we're doing a monthly YouTube member exclusive live stream now as well. So that's another reason. Thanks for
always filled with good stories too.
Yeah.
Bye everybody.
Thanks, Miles. Thanks for hanging out with us. You're awesome. We're at 18 to 35 in the campfires right now to...
Oh, really good spicy story. Like, it's really good.
Oh, it's another really good spicy story for the campfire. Look at these campfire ones coming in clutch here with the spicy spices. Caroline, which one are you still pissed about? Trying to catch up with the combo here. Mom weaponized kid's prosthetic. Oh, that was terrible. Yeah. That was terrible. Teddy Trek, I think so if you look up Dusty Thunder on YouTube and also in Linktree, it'll take you right to it as well. I think the YouTube membership is $6.99 a month. I think. Don't quote me on that, but I think it is. Okay. We're going to rock on to the next story here. We are rocking and rolling along here. I think story number, I'm on 5, right? Okay. Let's go ahead and bounce to our next story. This one is, am I the astronaut for wearing a white dress on my birthday 2 weeks before brother-in-law and his fiance are getting married? Wait a second. You can't wear white dresses like in the same month that someone's getting married now? That seems ridiculous. Thursday was my 40th birthday. I usually don't celebrate birthdays. My husband just makes me dinner and gives me a present, and then my mom invites me for breakfast and gives me a present from the whole family. But when I turned 20 and 30, I have a bigger party, and now 2. I invited my immediate family and closest friends. The party was yesterday, and it was a great day. I'm so hungover now. I noticed that brother-in-law, husband's brother, and his fiance were a bit standoffish, but my soon-to-be sister-in-law is always standoffish with me, so nothing new. Today, my husband woke to a long text message berating us because I wore a white dress. They're getting married in 2 weeks, and I should have known better. To be honest, I swear on my grandma's grave that I didn't even think about any of this. Wait a second. Candy Thunder, question for you. If someone's getting married, are you not allowed to wear a white dress like in the month surrounding the wedding? Is that a thing?
Was it after Labor Day, though?
Was it after Labor Day, though? Was it after Labor Day, though? Surely not. Surely not. No way. Garbage. Sister-in-law thinks that I always wear inappropriate clothes that draw attention to me now, so now she's demanding to see what I will be wearing at her wedding. I asked if they were asking everyone. No, just me. I said then I refuse. Now they say I'm an asshole for wearing white and then for refusing to show the dress I'm wearing to the wedding, threatening to disinvite my husband and I. My husband is conflicted. I don't know. I think I'd rather have my husband go alone than be treated like a child. Am I the asshole for wearing white to my own party? And am I the asshole for refusing to show my dress for the wedding? Definitely, in my opinion, not an asshole at all for wearing white to your own damn party. Like, it's your own damn party, and they don't own the month that they're getting married in. Like, don't wear a white dress to their wedding. That's it. That's the only rule, right? It is not don't wear a white dress. I'm getting married this year. How dare you wear white the year that I'm getting married, you hussy. I don't think that rule works like that. Now I don't think that they have any right to see what you're going to wear. But if you say to them, look, I'm not going to wear a white dress to your freaking wedding, that should be good enough. And if it ain't good enough, then don't go. And I understand you're not wanting to go, because why go where you're not wanted or not respected? We've covered that a lot. Yeah, don't go if you don't want to go, if you don't want to be treated like shit. And gives them one less thing to worry about. And honestly, it sounds like they're not going to give a shit if you're not there anyway. So don't go. That's it. NTA. If I haven't hit that yet, I'm hitting it now. NTA. Juanetta, the unspoken rules that you don't wear white to the wedding, bridal shower, and the bachelorette party. Sure, okay, those are all bridal related things. This was OP's own birthday. Her 40th birthday. I don't think they have claim over the wardrobe to her 40th birthday party. Elizabeth said there's an update. We'll have to pick that up another time.
I'm trying to find it. If we find it, we might read it.
Nikki says, I'm ashamed to admit that I wore cream to a friend's wedding. Honestly, I had no clue until I joined TikTok. Did they give you shit for it? Or like you didn't know until after they? Wicked Winnie, it is 4:58 right now. We're a couple of minutes from closing up shop here and ending the public stream. Hey, there will be a VIP stream after the public stream today. We have a homecoming parade that Ava Thunder is a part of, and we've got to go to. So it'll either be shorter or we're going to pass the baton. I'm going to pass the baton at like 5:45ish over to Tony Spark and Caden Thunder, who are going to take over the VIP stream and help close it out for us. So Lucy says the update is the best. Awesome.
Hey, tell him to DM either me or you.
Okay, if you can DM either me or Tony Spark the update, we'll get it worked into the next batch that we're going to do. It's midnight, Molly. Oh yeah, we're going to pick that up. That'll be great. Did Tony Spark? Did you come on for your deal yet? You haven't? Oh, we missed it. We did the 2-tiered cake story. Okay, and then Miles jumped on whenever we unlocked him. Okay, so it was all about Miles.
And beans
Okay,
and candy.
ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Tony Spark.
Hi. How's everybody doing? What's up? What's up?
It's butter, bro.
It's butter, bro. There's a lot of confetti. You know, that one cannon did have a lot of confetti in it, actually.
Sweetly did.
How is everyone? Wow. There's a lot going on there. Man, where are we at? We're at 28 out of 35 on those campfires. It's a really good story, by the way. That last one, Candy, I don't know if I've ever seen Candy that fired up over a story as she was over that one. That was awesome. Anybody just see that piece of confetti fall? Is that just me? There's so much confetti in here that it's on top of the air vents, and so when the air kicks on like that, ghost confetti that just falls, and so when the air kicks on, I'll just fall. Yeah. Hi from South Australia. It just keeps falling.
Ghost confetti.
Yeah, the ghost confetti.
Heaven graces you with confetti.
It really does. Favorite dance, Caden? No.
Favorite dance move.
Settle down, Beans. Settle down. Ireland, New Zealand. It's always crazy. All these people from everywhere.
Chelsea was complimenting your beard.
Thank you. Honestly, it's about time for a trim. I don't let mine grow as much as Dusty's does. So yeah. What's the wildest thing Ted has done? Jesus, Joseph and Mary. I don't know if we can get into that.
I think Tony probably doesn't know. You'd have to bring Ted back for him to tell us.
What's the statute of limitations in the state of Missouri?
5 years.
Might have to wait a little while. Maybe on the 2-year anniversary of Dusty Thunder, maybe that might be about clear.
There you go.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Here's the problem. A lot of things, Ted does some crazy things sometimes, and I'm sure they're really good stories. The problem is I don't always remember it. Gets a little blurry, a little fuzzy.
Favorite cake?
I don't know if it's cheating or not, but cheesecake. I love a good cheesecake.
How's that cheating?
I don't know. I just feel like it's not like a traditional cake.
Yeah, there's dirt cake.
Dirt cake, that's true.
It's not
the criminal in 5 years. I will say, Gemma, that tomorrow is the opening day of football season, and it's the home opener for the Chiefs. The Super Bowl champion defending Chiefs, and I think there's a 0% chance of rain, but there's a 100% chance of Ted tomorrow. So that's the. I've already been talking with Candy Thunder, so I think that there's some Ted content in the works probably for tomorrow, which Dusty Thunder may not like because he has to be Dustin Thunder tomorrow. Yeah. So and has to work and film, and I'm the new. Serious. I'm there for moral support, and but I don't know how much moral support Ted will end up being, because I really like Chiefs games and I really like tailgating at the Chiefs games. So
Ted needs his own TikTok account, Big Mac.
I mean, I have a TikTok. There's Ted content incoming. I will tell you that. There's some. Yeah, go follow me on TikTok. There is some stuff probably gonna show up Ted content wise. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Oh yeah. By the way, we have to do the Wheel of Thunder as well. We better.
Bye guys. The VIP live coming up though.
Yep.
We're so close to that.
We are, yeah. We'll leave that up, and we'll hit that during VIP, and we'll have that to reward to start the next one with it. You are Tony Spark. That is your handle on here, right? Tony Spark _. But you'll see him in chat. You should be able to click through whenever you see his name in chat. Go ahead and throw a message up there. Yeah, if you haven't followed Tony yet, go follow him because he's posting some unique content over there and also some Thunder related content. He'll post. He did post a story that he was reading over there as well. So definitely go check that out and follow Tony Spark. He's going to have a lot more content coming your way here soon. We'll go ahead and shut down here and start the VIP here. If you give us about 10 minutes, we'll get set up for that. Before we do that, LMB just resubscribed. Thank you so much for hanging with us in the storm. JP, Elizabeth, Adele McFadden, Kat Renner Leadham, Karen Coker, Rook, Roxanne, Saedi. We've got the Roxanne again, Saedi again, Heather, Saedi, Heather C, JP, Shaz. We've got, can I pull it that way? That doesn't make any difference. Okay, I was thinking I could reveal more of the username if I widened the window. It didn't. It didn't. Rook, thank you so much for all the fire there. Greatly appreciate that. Kat, Fane, TLS, JP, Bryce, Faye, Karen Coker again, JP again, Sayedi again, Faith subscribed for the first time and became a member of the storm. Heck yes, Amber Reed subscribed for the first time and became a member of the storm. We'll see all of you storm members here in about 10 minutes for that VIP live. Hang in there with us. We'll be right back. Thank you so much for all the love and the fun today. We greatly appreciate it. We'll take us out with some Sadie. Thank you. I say what? Sayedi? Sadie? Sadie? Like Sadie. Okay. Gotcha. I'm sorry. Words are hard. Sadie. Got it. All right. Thank you guys so much. Greatly appreciate it. Have a lovely week, and we'll catch you next time. All right. Remember, go follow Tony Spark. And also, go check out the Thunder and Spark swag in the shop now. It's cool. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool.